Hello students, welcome to chapter 1 lecture 7. Today we will discuss about list of machine parts with suggested materials, designations of the material as per Indian standard, ferrous metals, various types of cast irons and various types of steels. So we will study designation of all these materials in details. So now students, you can see here this is a list of the machine parts with suggested materials. Like there are common machine parts which are used in the industries. I'll give you few examples. First is a crankshaft. So which material is suggested for crankshaft? That is alloy steel, forged steel, cast iron can be used for manufacturing of crankshaft. When we take an example of a helical spring, it can be made up from different varieties of the materials based on its applications. So materials used are oil tempered carbon steel, chrome, vanadium, alloy steel, bronze, titanium, etc. When we talk about the casing of any machineries, like maybe lathe bed or maybe casing of a pump or a motor, and it is generally made from grey cast iron or cast iron respectively. Screw jack, screw is made up of carbon steel and alloy steel, and nut is made up of phosphorus bronze. Bearing bushes are made from brass, bronze, gunmetals, alloys, and balls for the ball bearings are manufactured from chrome steel, stainless steel, ceramic, etc. Normal materials, normal parts which are made from mild steel or low carbon steel are shaft, keys, bolts, fasteners. We have hydraulic cylinders. They are made up from SR steel, plain carbon steel, steel castings, aluminium alloys. Next, we have heavy duty gear that can be made up from cast iron and non-ferrous alloys. Similar to that, here we have shown different components, and the last is the locomotive carriage or a wagon, and that is made up of manganese steel or chrome molybdenum steel. Next, we will study today that is designation of materials as per Indian standard. First in that is a ferrous metals. These are principal iron ores with their metallic contents which are shown in the table. So what we are getting from iron ores are magnetite, hematite, limonite, siderite, and these are its chemical formulas: Fe2O3, Fe3O4, FeCO3, Fe2O3 with water. Second, we are going to study that is a cast iron. In cast iron, there are many types of cast irons: grey cast iron, spheroidal graphite cast iron, malleable cast iron. In malleable also we have many types. So we will see one by one all types of designation of the cast iron. Grey cast iron is having carbon percentage maximum up to 3.5 percentage. Silicon is from 1 to 2.75. Manganese from 0.40 to 1.0 percentage. Phosphorus is from 0.15 to 1 percentage. Sulfur is from 0.02 to 0.15 percentage. As per IS 2101993, this is a designation of the material, Indian standard, and every material are designated by this various codes of the IS. FG is a designation for grey cast iron. FG 150 stands for grey cast iron with minimum tensile strength 150 Newton per mm square. Similar to that, FG 260 means grey cast iron with minimum tensile strength of 260 Newton per mm square. Next, we have malleable cast iron. Based on manufacturing methods, we have black hearth and white hearth malleable cast iron. So WM is for white metal malleable cast iron and BM for black malleable cast iron. PM stands for pyrolytic malleable cast iron. So white malleable, if WM is 400, then it is white malleable cast iron with minimum tensile strength of 400 Newton per mm square. Similar to that, if we have BM 320, then it is black malleable cast iron with minimum tensile strength of 320 Newton per mm square. If we have PM 420, it means pyrolytic malleable cast iron with 420 Newton per mm square minimum tensile strength. Next component which we are going to study material, that is a spheroidal graphite cast iron or nodular cast iron, and they are designated on basis of IS 1865. SG is a spheroidal graphite. SG 450/10 means spheroidal graphite cast iron with minimum tensile strength of 450 Newton per mm square with 10% elongation. That is, minimum 10% elongation is permitted in this material. Next, we are having that is steel designated on the basis of mechanical properties. So that is as per IS 1570. Fe 290 means steel with minimum tensile strength of 290 Newton per mm square. When Fe 400 means steel with minimum yield strength of 400 Newton per mm square. So if we talk about Fe 220, it is steel with minimum yield strength of 220 Newton per mm square. Next material is steel designated on the basis of chemical composition, and we are going to show it by IS 1570 designation. In that steel, which is also known as a carbon steel, there is a carbon percentage with a multiplication factor of 100, and there is a manganese percentage with a multiplication factor of 10. So 35C8 means we have to divide this 35 by 100 to get the average percentage of carbon, and 8 should be divided by 10 to get the average percentage of manganese. So 35C8 means 0.35% carbon and 0.8% manganese. Similar to that, we are having commercial designation of free cutting steel. Free cutting steel is designated by IS 1570, and its main constituents are carbon, manganese, sulfur. Sometimes in place of sulfur, lead also can be used. So 10C8S10, first figure is indicating 100 times average percentage of carbon. So to get the average percentage, we have to divide first figure by 100. After C, there is a percentage of manganese, and to get the percentage of manganese, we need to divide it by 10. So 8 divided by 10, so manganese percentage is 0.8. Then after S, whatever is numeral or a figure, that should be divided by 100 to get the average percentage of sulfur. So here we can say that 0.10% carbon, 0.8% manganese and 0.10% sulfur. So here this is a free cutting steel. Free cutting steel average percentage of sulfur varies from 0.01 to 0.4, and it is used for cutting purposes because we are using it as a cutting material. Next, which we are going to study today, that is alloy steel. Alloy means in the steel there are certain alloying elements will be added like tungsten, vanadium, chromium, molybdenum based on the properties required for certain type of applications. So first we will be studying low and medium alloy steel designated by 1570. Here there is a pattern, they are designated as, first there will be a figure indicating 100 times average percentage of carbon. Then there is a chemical symbol for alloying elements, each followed by a figure for its average percentage content, and each is followed by its value which is multiplied by a multiplication factor. So to get the percentage, we need to divide that value by multiplication factor so that we will be getting average percentage. So to get the percentage of chromium, cobalt, nickel, etc., we have to divide by 4. To get the percentage of aluminium, beryllium, vanadium, lead, we need to divide it by 10. And to get the average percentage of phosphorus, sulfur, and nitrogen, we have to divide it by 100. So here we will discuss 2-3 examples. 40 Cr4MO2 is a low and medium alloy steel. This 40 we will be dividing by 100. So it will be 0.40% carbon. 4, that is a chromium, will be dividing by 4 because multiplication factor of a chromium is 4. So 4 upon 4 is 1. So chromium is 1%. Multiplication factor of a molybdenum is 10. So to get the percentage of molybdenum, we have to divide it by 10. So molybdenum is 0.2%. We will see here 40 Ni2Cr1MO28. So here this is low and medium alloy steel with 0.40% carbon. Nickel multiplication factor is 4, so 2 upon 4, 0.5% nickel. Chromium is also we have to divide by 4, so 1 upon 4, so 0.25% chromium. And molybdenum multiplication factor is 10, so we need to divide it by 10, so 28 by 10 is 2.8% molybdenum. I hope you have understood. So you can practice this remaining chemical composition with the materials for low and medium alloy steel. Next we have, that is high alloy steel. It is also known as stainless steel and heat resisting steel. They are designated from IS 1762 as, first there will be a letter X, then figure indicating 100 times average percentage of carbon, chemical symbol for each alloying elements followed by a figure for its average percentage. Here in high alloy steel, we don't have any multiplication factor to get its average value. So they will be directly giving us the value in terms of figure. And there will be chemical symbol to indicate specially added element. Here we can see X10, Cr18, Ni9 means this is high alloy steel with average percentage of carbon 0.10, chromium 18% and nickel 9%. We will take one more example, that is a sixth one. So it is X10, Cr18, Ni9, MO4, Si2. This is high alloy steel with average percentage of carbon 0.10, average percentage of chromium 18, nickel 9%, molybdenum 4% and silicon 2%. So students, remaining material you can try for chemical composition. Next we have, that is high speed tool steel. High speed tool steel are used as a cutting tool materials because of its high hardness, because of its constituent. Tungsten is the main constituent. For increasing the hardness, it is designated by IS 1762. It starts with letter XT, figure indicating 100 times average percentage of carbon. Then there is a chemical symbol for alloying elements, and each chemical symbol is followed by a figure for its average percentage content to the nearest integer. And there will be some chemical symbols which will be specially added to attain desired properties. Let us see first one. XT75W18CR4V1 means high speed tool steel with 0.75% carbon, 18% tungsten, 4% chromium and 1% vanadium. Let us see this. Fifth one, XT90 W6 COMO5 CR4 V2 means high speed tool steel with 0.90% carbon, tungsten 6%, cobalt is 5%, then molybdenum is also 5%, chromium 4% and vanadium 2%. So here these are the commercial designation of materials. So today we have studied IS designation of various materials. Thank you very much.